What up guys, Payne here once again and welcome back to another episode of my Swansea career on FIFA 14 Next Gen. In the last episode, we managed to overcome Ajax. Swansea are now through to the next round, round 16 in the Europa League, and we will have to play Napoli, home and away in both legs. I mean, very reminiscent of what happened earlier on in this season in real life with Swansea and Napoli. And when Swansea had to play them at home first and then go back to Napoli. Napoli obviously knocked Swansea out, but Swansea, I actually watched those two games. Amazing showing by that team. Let's just hope that in a way I can replicate that, but go one further and actually knock Napoli out to advance through to the quarter-finals. Also, as you've just seen with the league table as well, we managed to overtake Arsenal. We are in 4th, but it's still very close. We're just above them by 1 point, and we had to then concentrate on this game. It's our bitter rivals. It's the South Wales derby. Swansea against Cardiff. Last time out against Cardiff City, we came away with just 1 point, so did Cardiff as well. This time I was looking for all 3 points, all maximum points in this game. Seeing that we was playing at home, we had that small advantage. I always go on about that, but nothing beats having to play at home. And it was Bonnie that almost opened up the scoring so early on. Again, getting his head on the end of that cross. Delivered from Kanya. So unfortunate that the ball just went against the crossbar, went against Swansea to not go into the lead against Cardiff. Cardiff, as you can see there as well, were trying to maintain the pressure. It was just back and forth. It was non-stop action against Cardiff. As we get close to the end of the season now, players' fitness is just going to start decreasing. Fixtures are going to start picking up. It's almost going to feel as though it's Christmas time, you know, the busiest time of the season. But we've got so many important games coming up, as you saw at the start of this video. As you know, we've got Napoli, but we've also got Manchester United again in the league. We're having to play them again. It's the second time around. Last time out, I think we played that. Yeah, we're going to have to go to Old Trafford. So it's going to be difficult. Last time they came to the Liberty Stadium, they beat us 2-1. We did put up a fight, but as I say, you know, conditioning with players, it's just going to get increasingly harder to actually pull off decent results against some of the top sides. We had a free kick 29 yards out. We all know what Pablo Hernandez is capable of with his right foot. It was on target, but Marshall managed to pull off a decent save to keep Cardiff in this game. Pablo Hernandez a bit later on as well, being the, well, proven to be the key man in this game for Swansea, running up and down that left wing all game long. And eventually Bonnie got the opening goal. 82 minutes it took for the first goal to be scored in this South Wales derby. 1-0 it stood. Surely now Swansea could hold on to this, maybe go and get a second goal and just walk away with all maximum points from this game. It was Ali Sissoko with a great cross, seeking out the head of Bonnie. He succeeded. Bonnie went for the header. Marshall with a decent save. Again, he was pulling off some great saves in this game, keeping his Cardiff side into it. But the ball again fell to the feet of Bonnie. He was all over them. He was all up in their grill. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to score this goal. Made it 1-0, but a bit later on, some would call it scripting maybe. Cardiff City back in this one. 1-1 it stood with just a minute or two remaining. Nothing really came of that then. The game did end 1-1. Came away with the points, so that obviously gave Arsenal the opportunity in their next game to overtake us again. It's going to be like this now until the end of the season. Swansea and Arsenal just battling it out for that Champions League spot. Swansea and Arsenal, Swansea and Arsenal. It's just going to be that constant battle between those two teams. I'm just hoping now that somewhere down the line, before the season comes to an end, and I think we do, I hope that we play Arsenal again in the Premier League, because that game is going to be mental. Whether we play at home or away, it's going to be so crucial to pick up all 3 points. It'll decide then who will actually go through and qualify for the Champions League, get through to the qualifying stages, that is. I suppose we could always go for 3rd or 2nd. I mean, it's going to be tough, especially with the likes of United and City holding up those positions at the moment, and them keeping up their consistency of good performances. And it was just going to help United on their way in this game against Swansea side, if they was to beat us at home, that is. Did I say that we played them at the Liberty Stadium first this season? If I did, then I've got it wrong. We played United at the Liberty Stadium in our second fixture, and it was Alexander Lacazette, the new signing from January, who has settled in magnificently at Swansea. Got the opening goal. Beautiful finesse shot, curling that one around David De Gea. And as you can see there, top left-hand corner, it looked as though Antonio Valencia had picked up a small injury, but it looked like David Moyes was going to keep him on anyway. We all know that when Manchester United's back is against the wall, they always pull out all the stops. And just look at Kagawa here, having a Messi moment. Couldn't even, Messi as in the Barcelona player, not Messi as in, oh god, that's terrible. But having a Messi moment of his own, just keeping that ball to himself. So selfish of him. And he made it 1-1. You know, it's just one of those moments on FIFA where you just can't get the ball. It's like, it's glued to their feet. And look at Bonnie there. I thought that was a nice bit of skill, how he managed to change direction almost immediately, playing around with Thiago Silva, who came out of position. I think was filling in for Evra, or maybe it was Butner that actually started this game for United. But in the second half, 52nd minute, it was Wayne Rooney who made it 2-1. Still plenty of time though. It was Kagawa again. If I had to choose a Manchester United man of the match, it would definitely be Kagawa in this game. He's proven to be unstoppable. And we got a nice little passing game going on here. Good attacking movement. Good positioning from some of the players like Kanyas and Shelvey. It just didn't work out though for Swansea. And so we dropped all 3 points at the Liberty Stadium against Manchester United. Very unfortunate. Lacazette, I thought, did very well. So did Bonnie. But we couldn't string anything together as soon as that second goal had gone in. Then on the Thursday, we had to play Napoli in the first leg at home in the Europa League round of 16. Good result was needed here. A draw would have been okay, but we had to make sure that we could at least pick up a win. That was my main focus, because when you're at a slight disadvantage like that, having to play at home in the first leg, it's not the best. And Lacazette, what a player he's turning out to be for Swansea. A talisman, if you will. And I've got to say, I'm thoroughly enjoying using Lacazette as a player on FIFA. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below if you've maybe used Lacazette, if you've signed him up for your own team. How many goals have you scored with him, or how do you utilise him in your team? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be very interesting to see. Lacazette, he's becoming this sort of player that you know he's going to get on the score sheet as soon as you put him on that team sheet, that starting 11. And just take a look at this as well. We got a free kick from this situation. Kanyas pulling the ball back, trying to find space for himself. We did have the advantage for a split second. Eventually the ref decided to give us that. I mean, there was no challenge really for the ball, was there? Didn't really go for it. And we got a free kick anyway. So 26 yards out, Pablo Hernandez of course was going to step up and take this one for Swansea. The referee brandished a yellow card for one of the players in the wall because they wasn't going against his instructions. And once again, Pablo Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen, makes it 1-0 to Swansea right before half-time. He is just a beast at taking free kicks. And do you remember that time when, if any of you guys have watched my previous career modes with other teams, like on FIFA 13 and earlier on with the current gen version of FIFA 14, I would have free kicks like this, and I would always miss them. Do you remember that? And I was like, I'm trying to get better, I promise. But look at me now. Look at me now. I'm just scoring free kicks for the hell of it. Well, okay, fair enough. Not for the hell of it, because I'm not always scoring them all the time. But, you know, I'm certainly doing a lot better than I was, right? I mean, it's not like I'm scoring them Ronaldo style, but when I do score them, I score them with such finesse. Yes, I do. I mean, you just saw that with Pablo Hernandez, right? See the curl in the ball? Right round the wall. And we was 1-0 up, and that was indeed the final score against Napoli. The reason I skipped that was because I want to show you guys the second leg all in this video as well. I'm that kind, right? So 1-0 up was the full-time score. Not much really happened, to be fair, anyway, in that game. Just that free kick from Pablo Hernandez. We had that advantage anyway, as I was saying. You know, winning at home in the first leg is always crucial. It gets you into a good position. And Andros Townsend here, so unfortunate that that chip didn't work out. as obviously we could have gone 1-0 up and 2-0 on aggregate, looking more likely to go through to the quarterfinals. But Townsend, just like Pablo Hernandez was in that first leg, was proven to be a challenge for Napoli's fullbacks, you know, being a nuisance, full of pace, using that to his advantage and flair, and just getting in their grill and just taking shots from wherever and putting the goalkeeper under pressure, getting him sweating. Lacazette, here we are again, guys, opened up the scoring, 2-0 on aggregate, and he just changed direction with the ball, fooled the centre halves and smashed that with his left foot, and that was his left foot. 3-star, weak foot. Lacazette, just unstoppable. And Townsend, who was on a yellow card, went down about 26-30 yards out from the goal here. Inlaw got himself a yellow card just before half-time, and you would have thought they would have learned from their mistakes in the first leg against Swansea. Luckily for them, though, Pablo Hernandez didn't start this game, so he wasn't going to be able to step up and take this free kick. So I had a list of players that I thought, well, I wonder who I could have take this. It's got power, it's got range, and I thought, Tom Huddleston, perfect guy. 26 yards out was, exactly the same length away from goal as it was in the first leg, and Huddleston went to hit it low and hard. Goalkeeper had that one covered, but right on the 90th minute, could Andros Townsend make it 2-0 and 3-0 on aggregate? He had a crack on goal, keeper pulling off a decent save. To be fair, he had quite a few decent saves. It was just his team that was letting him down in the final third and in the back four. It was Wayne Routledge who took the corner. Brilliant header from Eric Dier, but again, the keeper, decent save. And there we have it, the final score, 1-0, 2-0 on aggregate, and Swansea advanced through to the quarter-finals of the Europa League. The dream is still alive. Who will Swansea get in the quarterfinals? You guys are going to have to wait and see in the next episode. I hope you've all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one.